back in China-Reich, Legacy of the Northern Expedition. Welcome to another video on this channel. Today I'm back in my comfort zone to play as Liangguang. Again, it's like a lot of paths, okay? Anyway, I will try to empower Shen Hongying and transform China into Germany 2.0. So, let's head in. And here we are as Liangguang, and yeah, now I'm not going to go fully on Liangguang's backstory because there's a video for that. I already done that for a video. But since we are going to be playing as Shen Hongying's path, let's get a bit into his backstory. During the late Qing era, he was a bandit and also became a bandit leader. Later, after Shanghai, he had joined Lu Rongting's old Guangxi clique. But after Lu Rongting had been forced out of Guangxi, he kinda did his own thing, then came back, joined the revolutionaries, had fun with them a bit, however broke with them too, and then kinda cooperated with Jili to kinda try and do some stuff here in the south. Shortly had his own fiefdom around Guilin, but after that was pushed out by the new Guangxi clique. Now, in this timeline, after the Northern Expedition had failed, he had returned, built up his base around Guilin again, and allied himself with Sun Quanfang. However, after 1932 Shanghai Uprising, Sun Quanfang had mostly sent his troops out of Liangguang, and so Shen Hongying was pushed out of Guilin by Lu Rongting and now resides around Shaoguan. He is, in theory, governor of Guangdong, but he has close to no influence outside of Shaoguan. So yeah, the Guangdong Provincial Assembly does not recognize this loser. And yeah, right now he's really weak and he's reliant on Sun Quanfang. And as we know, something bad gonna happen to this guy, so he's gonna be very cooked. But he can regain his strength and come to power if the regionalists win in Liangguang. So that's what we're gonna be trying to do now. Now, first of all, we have our army, which I'm just gonna leave them where they are. It's what I always do, train them, and yeah, be happy. Now, one thing we're gonna do later is we're gonna send volunteers to the left Kuomintang. Now, you might be thinking, huh? But the reason with that is I kinda don't want these guys to have, you know, a lot of allies. And the more, you know, enemies they have, the more land we can take for them, of course. You know, we're not gonna betray them, right? Anyway, research as always. Better guns and production. And we're gonna be building military factories. And yeah, let us begin because we can. Now we're just gonna pick everything that's gonna strengthen the regionalists because, you know, we wanna play as the regionalists. Not hard, right? You know, we as regionalists, we're kind of more disunited than the other factions, so let's kind of warm up to Shen in Shaoguan a bit, you know. We need all the strength we can get. No hard feelings, am I right, Shen? See, the Germans know what I want to do. Okay, well, that did not last long. Okay, I'm actually gonna take the PP hit. I don't care. Alright, like I said, we're gonna support these fellas over there because I need them to win. Oh, right, I need to wait until I'm not puppeted. My bad. Okay, now we can send royalties. Alright, and now the turning point in Guangzhou. What's gonna happen is the KMT faction that's inside the Guangdong army gonna rise up. Is Chen Chongming gonna convince the assembly to put him in charge? Or how about Chen Yambo is gonna try and salvage the situation on his own? Now, screw Baise. I'm going to go hard on that one because this is like always the big problem area I have here. But yeah. One thing, by the way, like with this minigame is that for like the KMT and the regionalists, they kind of have different symbols depending on, you know, which area they have fully control on, because, you know, there's like the Southern Chile under Shen Hongying, so they get the Southern Chile icon. As you know, here we get the old Guangxi clique or / young Guangxi faction symbol. And I think here also in Guangzhou we get the Guangdong army to kind of represent, you know, Chen Lianbo's mixed army. Now, I would care which faction comes out on top, but sadly, you know, it's gonna take a while until I see what Hunan does. So let's just pray that they are not allied with each other, or else we're gonna have to fight both two cliques at the same time. As regionalists, we can't really expand since we want to become a puppet, and so we can't do this focus, I think. I don't know how much it matters, but I would just refrain from doing that anyway and wait until I can get into an alliance with the Jili. I'm going to start our economic stuff because, you know, with that we can kind of build up while we can't really expand, so, you know, we expand our industry instead of our land, basically. The most important thing for, by the way, helping them out here is get to Nanjing. That's like, yeah, you need this. If you don't get this, you're cooked. And now we have 1. Nice. By the way, with this we could have also now gotten some bonus points, I think, if we go with traditional industries. That's buffing the... No, wait. No, banditry is the one. Banditry is the one giving you regionalist control. This is federalist, and I think that's Kuomintang. But yeah. Doesn't matter now since we won, and yeah, as you can see here with the different icons, I really liked it. That's fun. And now what is important is to get paternal autocracy support to like 25. So Shen Hongying can coup our government once the second Sino-Japanese war starts. Anyway, I don't really care that they're influencing me. I'm just gonna accept it. Okay, well, that is perfect. Thank you very much for getting Teng Xiangming to seize Yunnan. I think now, since the recent update, he also involves himself in the South China War. Before then, he did not and just joined the Qing. But yeah, now, to actually trigger this, we just gotta wait until Yuan declares on us, which they will do always if nothing happens. So, but it's gonna take a bit until that happens. Wait, I managed. No, I didn't manage to sneak enough. No, it's over, bros. Actually, wait, never mind, it's not over yet. It's over, never mind. Oh no, bro. Send more troops here, man. Like the AI does not want to win, I'm telling ya. I'm gonna immediately get someone down here. Let's get... I'm just gonna go with Lin Hu. Even though it strengthens the Liangguang Shi faction, it shouldn't be too problematic. So now Liangguang has retained its status quo, so to say. The Kuomintang didn't manage to seize over the province, or internal factions didn't rise up and take over control, like the Federalists, that's what I mean. And yeah, now we're kind of a bit back into the status quo. However, the Liangguang Shi factions is now a bit more stronger than it was beforehand, since we don't have the, threat of the New Guangxi clique invading over here. That's kind of the big problem Liu Yuwang has facing here. We still have the unfinished business of Lu Rongting's Liangguang, that he didn't really manage to fully get Liangguang under his grip. And yeah, that same goes still for Lu Rongting. And we have some eternal factions now that kind of vie for control. We have Shen Hongying in Shaoguan, we have our Yang Guangxi factions, of course, in Guangxi, and we have Chen Lianbo in Guangzhou. And none of these factions really are gonna destroy each other. They're just gonna stay with the status quo until, either one of these factions manages to get enough influence. So if like the Yang Guangxi factions gets enough influence, they just gonna take over everything. But the others, they kinda need some outside help to take over here. Well, I think that should be it for these losers. And that should secure the LKMT a victory over here, so that we can later on destroy them and get their territory. Now, Shen Hongying also has some political faction he allied himself with, the Jingxin Society, which is kind of a bit spread across China. They mainly have worked with the League, so that's also kind of why Shen Hongying is associated with them a bit, but that's kind of his civilian faction. And they are led by Zhu Jiahua. Now, Shen Hongying doesn't have the best military record, but let's put him in charge here anyway. It should be fine. It should be fine. I should do my army focuses so that I can, get more divisions than 11. Yeah. Otherwise, I'm a bit cooked here. Alright, I kind of wanted to get the research slots, and also get rid of the illiteracy. And yeah, let's now go down there, because I need an army. Crazy, I know. This guy needs an army? What? And let us... Who do I choose here? I think I'm gonna go with Chen Lianbo, just for the construction and political power gain. And resource gain efficiency is also great. Of course, surprise, surprise, we're gonna go with irregulars. What? And let's get Zhu Jiahua also as an advisor now. Research speed and efficiency cap. Mwah, I love it. And that is Yunnan. So, KMT. So, yeah, that's about to begin. Already have my front lines prepared here. I guess I can just keep the irregulars actually just around here. I think that's gonna be fine. And then with this, I'm just gonna try and thrust into Hunan. Okay, well, they didn't decide to involve themselves. What the hell, bro? Hunan, yet again, game ruining me. You love to see it. Nah, it's not that problematic, I guess. Bit asked to fight this now, but should be fine. And now I can begin my industrialization, so let's get started on that. And yeah, I'm gonna ignore the plotters. I'm gonna fully annex them, because, we're not really gonna form our own government. So it's good if you don't want to control too much territory, basically, but nah, I'm just gonna annex them. And since Sichuan sent them as volunteers, they're revolutionary, right? Yeah, okay. So, don't think they're gonna do much much. Anyway, when can I join them? Now. Okay, great. That's what we want. All right. Now we are a puppet of the Qing, which is what we need. And yeah, if they start a war, I would immediately involve ourselves to get as much territory as possible. Or else, if you're cheating and playing with player-led peace, then it doesn't matter to you then. But you do you, I guess. But yeah, submitting now gives us some more focuses. Gonna convert everything to irregulars now. Let me also set my army on there. Well, there. And yeah, industry-wise, I'm gonna go down this path, which I always like to do since we get like massive construction speed boosts here. Oh, they actually already declared war. Wow. Okay, didn't see that then, I bet. Because I still need to edit this template a bit. Oh, I don't have army experience. Anyway, let's join, I guess. And, you know, fight with them. Can I now? No, I can't. Yo, give me mill access, man. And yeah, this shouldn't be too hard to win. Sure wasn't hard for me, you know. And yeah, let's see how much we are allowed to take. We have most war score, so that's great. A good indicator that I did most of the work here. And yeah, let's try and seize as much land as possible. No Shandong, but at least we got all the 5 provinces over here. And yeah, what would the next enemy kind of be? I think Fengtian, yeah, okay, okay. Question answered. We get this military high command advisor, so let's get the Yao Han, irregular expert, perfect for our army. Speaking of my army, I changed the template to this now, so just for your information, also I have, you know, copy again. I think they should be able to actually do this on their own, by the way. Can I now get mill access? I don't know how it is with Sichuan involving themselves, so I'd rather have my army down there, I guess. Oh, let's actually get transports. Okay, Fengtian declared war. They've like kind of enough troops up there, I think, and even if they get pushed back, better is, I guess. I'm not gonna join yet, but yeah, kind of watch out with these focuses. The moment the Second Sino-Japanese War starts, do anything over here anymore, because then you're gonna get your coup, and then all this is gonna disappear, and yeah, you'll have other problems. The Qing declared on them, so that's actually not too bad. I guess I'm gonna have to join the Fengtian War now, but they're getting pushed in anyway, so who the heck cares? Okay, I didn't join that war, nice. I love this bug, man. This is the best bug that ever has bugged. Yo, let me join. I hate that I can't immediately join their conflicts, bro. It pisses me off, man. But they can join. Yeah, okay. Yeah. I'm just gonna focus on the ones that give me, like, factories now here. I don't really care about getting rid of the agrarian thing, because by the point we get rid of it, it's gonna get rid of itself anyway, since we're gonna be fighting Japan. But yeah, I need steel and coal, so let's kind of prioritize that. Yo, please, I also want Sichuan land, man. Let me join the war, man. Let me join, man. What the fuck? Yeah, please, god damn it, man. Stupid game. Oh my god, I can't probably not take shit now. I hate this game, bro. I actually hate it. Like, I actually despise this game sometimes. At least Chengdu. Alright, Shanxi joined them, by the way. And yeah, now my army is gonna go in the treaty ports, like delegation ports. Treaty ports. Since they're kind of the next thing that's, you know, where stuff's gonna happen. I need a bit more troops to, you know, also got my coastline. But yeah, gotta wait for that. Alright, Japan joined. I'm gonna try and get these out because naval invasions is gonna be a problem. Yo, how did they immediately have one prepared? Really? Okay, sure, if you say so. And now the Guangdong coup. Shen Hongying had been building up his forces ever since the status quo was re-established in Liangguang. Now, with the disruption of the Sino-Japanese War, it presented the perfect opportunity to strike. And strike he did, seizing Guangzhou and forcing the local provincial assembly to reaffirm his governorship of Guangdong. The Yang Guangxi faction has mobilized against him, as Shen is seeking to challenge Liu Yuguang's hegemony. And now a showdown between both armies is bound to happen, and the outcome is the coup succeeds and drives back the Guangxi counterattack. And with this, Shen Hongying is now at the top, ruling over all the territory here in the south. Alright, they're preparing to seize the legation cities. My army's ready, so it shouldn't be a problem. Let's activate the battle plans. These are fully trained now, so let's convert them to my actual template. Every evil turned into good fortune. And yeah, battle plan does its wonders, and yep, that's Good job seizing the legation ports, my guy. Really did a lot for you, didn't it? I'm now gonna focus on just getting to ports until I've built up enough forces to, you know, have port guards and, you know, join the fight up in the north. And yeah, I'm mainly gonna try and, you know, destroy the divisions if they land. That's why I also want to be only on a port, so, you know, that I can actually do that. Go to Germany's Asia. Now, I have no problem with you actually, you know, doing something against Japan. But, like, you know, could you, like, invade maybe a different island? You know? Like, you know, just saying. The rise of Zhu Jiahua. Now, Shen Hongying, you know, his government is kinda seen as a bandit government, and to kinda, you know, work against that, he had quickly appointed the leading educator Zhu Jiahua to head the civilian government. He's a non-partisan with governing and diplomatic experience and has apparently little personal ambition. You know, it's a natural fit. However, Zhu has been a bit more savvy in his political operations, and yeah, is now trying to boost up his Jingxing society, and yeah, the Jingxing society is very pro-German, and many conservative Chinese leaders now hope for a Bismarck-style modernization and unification of China. And with the influence that Zhu has carved out for himself, he forms his own clique under Marshal Shen's nose. This is the first time I see the US join the Reichspakt. What the hell? Also, what are these borders? And now it is time to push the Japanese out of China. Yo, Austria? What the hell? Alright, kick them off the Korean peninsula, and now, yeah, naval invasion done, and waiting for the paratroopers to spawn. Already prepared my things here, and yeah, we can take Taiwan, then should be fine. We should, yeah, we have enough time. And I also get my cool Special Forces Doctrine tech. And yeah, we should be able to get this. Yeah, nice. And yeah, now there's one thing I really don't like. You might already see it, but the legation ports, no matter who occupies them, they always go to the one that leads the United Front. So even though I got course on them now, yeah, I don't keep or occupied them also. I feel like this should kind of get changed or something. I don't know. It doesn't feel cool. I think they should be in a peace deal like Fengtian, honestly. That's also how it was before, because this is really annoying now. But I can also just use it to destroy their forces, I guess, by, you know, letting them go back into the ports. So it's not all too bad. I'm just gonna let them take all of Manchuria. I don't have points up there anyway, so I'm just gonna steal a navy. The one thing that's gonna be annoying now is that we're gonna have to wait like years until they finally integrate us, and they also probably are gonna, you know, get all their allies now by demanding all the lands, which, yeah, it's gonna be annoying, but we'll get through there. We shall get through there. I kind of feel like what you could change here is that you'd at least have to, like, integrate your subjects, like, at least once before they can, you know, get an unified China, you know, get the decision, because also kind of it's like annoying, like I said. Like, a few things should really be changed here, in my opinion. Alright, time to, okay, up there, we're gonna wait like 3,000 years until we are, you know, allowed to get integrated. Still nothing has happened. I reached my division limit, kinda, but yeah, just should be fine. I'll speak of the devil. They tried integrating me. One problem that I saw, though, is they're guaranteed by Germany and stuff, so, do they get a war goal on me? I didn't just say it, maybe from the event they now get or something, I don't know. Yeah, okay. So yeah, we gotta make them declare us, or else it's not really gonna work out as I want it to work out. Sadly. 5 millex. Okay. Yo, bro, I hate how this works, man. Let's form a national government. They're still not declaring on me. Okay, they've declared war. Oh, I can't. Nope, I can't do this. I gotta wait. I hope they don't set up an air force or something. I don't have millex now, right? Yeah. Okay. Good. Very important to not have it. Now let's push them here out and here out. I'm gonna leave them bow open to, you know, destroy their divisions. And now they've pulled them in. Force attack. Nice. Is this enough, actually? That's not enough. Alright, Yunnan is dealt with already. Great. I didn't really look down there, by the way. Did I manage to... Oh, okay. Yeah, they have the fucking port down there. Of course. Of course. Of course. When did they get that? Like, I love getting, like, 0 notification on things, man. Anyway, let's try and destroy them down here now. Okay, now they're encircled. Alright. Managed them to get them out of there now. Ningbo's still there to destroy divisions, and yeah. Yunnan is luckily gone with their army, and yeah, now I'm just trying to destroy the divisions, and then I will try and push it's kind of hard, you know, to push because divisions are everywhere. I also don't like that, like, you can't get anyone else to rebel with you. It's also like something that annoys me. Bad and good news. Tibet is not in the war. Bad news. Nianto. Alright. Prussia of the East. Now with our better army, we shall try and push. I think we should be able to easily destroy them now. So, yeah. Beijing fell. Shen's also gonna fall now. Let's get through there to Yunnan so that they also cap. Sneaking through here to get all the victory points over here. One annoying thing also is, of course, how long it takes for them to integrate us is that they get all the cores, so it takes a long time to actually cap them. Blah blah blah. Okay, great. Now they're dead. Thank God. Like, I like the puppeting thing that you play as a puppet for a bit and then the revolt and stuff like that. I feel like the revolting should, you know, be a change to it, that you can do that whenever you want, first of all. And second of all, they should not immediately be able to unify China when they're like big down there in the south and want to rebel, you know, because then they can get Mongolian, Tibet and stuff like that as allies, also Sibei and Ma, Xinjiang, and yeah, it's annoying to fight them, but if you plan it, of course it's gonna be like not that big of a problem, like I did. But, you know, if you play this blindly through for the first time, it's gonna like be like the most disgusting thing you've ever played. I don't know if I will get Tibet though, so for your information. There's probably no peace out mechanic with the Entente and stuff like that, so... anyway, let's move the capital to Beijing and declare the reunification. Okay, now I can actually move it there. Sometimes, like, you know, the last time I did the decision to just disappear. So, you know, I'm being safe now, okay? The South triumphant. But yeah, we have some issues now as the country is completely destroyed from all the, you know, wars that have been fought over here now. We have some revolutionary problems since, they don't really like our cool authoritarian dictatorship, apparently. And our army is, like, very disloyal, as most of the army is made up of regional warlords that kind of have their own interests. So, yeah, let's try and fix that. Okay, so maybe we have to fight India because they are demanding the land. I don't know if they actually will declare war since I'm not at war, but yeah, I will not give it to them. My army's around there. If they declare war, not too bad, actually. Because, yeah, okay. I just justify on Japan or maybe Russia. Do they count as like Russian Republic? I think they should, right? Then we can just join the Reichspakt and maybe, you know, get them to deal with the Entente mostly. So up to India, you know, up to India. And India chose violence. Already did the focus here. I'm getting some more units out so that I can actually have troops on the Russian border. And yeah, shouldn't have done that, my guy. Should not have done that, my guy. Slight problem, all enemy countries is at war. Why do my enemy countries need to be at war with them? Like, that's just game ruining. Like, at least one enemy country. Bro, come on, man. Let me just join the Reichspakt, man. Let me just join the Reichspakt, man. Like, what did I do? They're gonna let me be friends. Why can't I get guarantees from them? Why can't I get guarantees from them? They should have guaranteed me, not the Qing. Now, there are a few things we could do. We pray that maybe, just maybe, German and Entente are gonna go into war. The other thing is, we pray that Japan doesn't die, because I need Japan. I need two enemy countries. Why are the requirements so ass, man? I hate this game. It didn't quite work out as I had hoped for. I mean, to be honest, if they're at war with the Entente, that's like actually what I want anyway, so it doesn't matter too much. Though I would really love to be in the Reichspakt. I'm just gonna wait until Germany's and war with them, I guess. Maybe I'm just gonna push for India if I can. Oh yeah, Taiwan, I forgot. Like, you're telling me, like, India can, like, pull their entire Entente on me, but I can get a Reichspakt on them? That's unfair, man. If you can hear me, Wilhelm III, save me. Save me, Wilhelm III. Oh, wait, they have a war against Germany. Please, AI. Please, please have an AI moment, please. Okay, by the way, this is the losses for your information. Yeah. I'm not continuing my focus, because if I do that, my very cool field marshal is gonna die. Yo, you have a war goal. Use it. Come on, man. You use it on me too, man. What's the problem? Well, at least someone is apparently helping me. Take notes, my guy. Alright, after a long time now, with them winning their head power. Yeah, not looking too great for them now. I also managed to encircle a lot of divisions and get me to a actual front line here now with all my troops in one battle plan thing, whatever. And yeah, I'm just gonna wait a bit until they, you know, stop attacking me, and then I will try and capitulate them. Oh, and by the way, my current division template is this. the best of the best, of course. Plus, I have, like, for the Rangers, this and that, you know, some terrain buffs. And there goes India now. The painful thing now is, yeah, I can't piece them out. Like, so stupid. I'm just gonna continue my political focus now. Bayang of the South. And yeah, and for your information, I was fighting with a debuff the entire time. Yeah, I still have this, because I know I get rid of that. But yeah, that's also why I've refrained, because then we're gonna get this event, and I kinda needed him for the war, but now I don't really care. So, did I force Shen Hongying? He had already been old, even older now. And yeah, there are no two people who fight for leadership, and that is Li Yaohan and Zhu Jiahua. We will go with Zhu Jiahua, who stages a soft coup to seize power. And now he's our leader, and we have Ma Junwu as our second in command. Employ new people, implement new policies. In order to rejuvenate the Chinese state, it is necessary to no longer excessively rely upon those of the old generations. For too long, statesmen have ruled in perpetuity, reaching ages close to their 70s and beyond. By refreshing every bureaucrat from the magistrate to the ministries, the nation itself will inevitably be ruled by a new age of fresh, modern politicians. It's now time to begin Chinese modernization. We should kinda, you know, get ourselves away from the conservatism and the traditionalism and embrace the new and modern. Well, and now begins the Germanification of China. As the Jiangxing Society, or the founder Li Linzi of the society, has had toured Europe and found Germany to be the perfect example of a modern state that China should adapt to. And now with Zhu at the helm, a staunch Germanophile, this will be realized. We shall adopt Bismarckian state socialism as our core economic thought, and German democracy shall be implemented here in China. President Zhu knows success when he sees it. And yeah, I will end it here though. It's like, you know, done. I'm still at war, but I'm not trying to get all the way over there, bro. Can I even get over there? I can't even get over there, probably. Like, my naval range is not that high. Yeah, I will never, like, this is an endless war. I was hoping maybe something will happen between them, but no, nothing happened. They don't declare war, they just don't like it. They just want to annoy me. But yeah, it doesn't really matter too much in my opinion, but yeah, it is what it is now. And yeah, with that now, I hope you enjoyed it, and please like, subscribe, and leave a comment down below, and see you next time. Goodbye.